the Suicide Force video. Like, David, shut the fuck up, dude. For real. Like, time to move on. We get it. You're hot shit now. But I think I can speak for everyone who knows you. If you keep this attitude up, your time is coming.
David Dobrik has been a content creator for a very long time now, and although him and his vlog squad have taken over YouTube, it seems as though they are now falling apart. More and more influencers and celebrities are speaking out against David Dobrik, and today we've comprised a full list of all the influencers that tried to warn us about him. Coming in number 10, Logan Paul.
I walked in here during the party yesterday in the garage, this room, by the way, off limits, and David Dobrik and Karina were sitting on the set.
Now, despite having praised David Dobrik in the past for his content creating abilities, Logan Paul has called David out on a number of occasions. In particular, Paul claimed that David had actually broken into the set of his Impulsive podcast during a party in June of 2019. He noted that David never asked for permission and alluded that Dobrik was most likely filming a vlog where Logan would be the butt of the joke. Now, Twitter users are pointing to a specific episode of Impulsive, though, where Logan actually spoke at length, exposing David and the vlog squad for a number of controversies. His main issue with David was that he would not drop the Japan forest video that Logan had recorded years back. He made sure to let David know that if he keeps this self-righteous attitude up, that his time will come too. Coming in number 9, Liza Koshy. There has been many things that led up to the destruction of David Dobrik's career. One of those was the lockdowns in LA. This immediately stunted what he was able to do with his usual high-octane vlog videos. On top of that, he was under fire for sporadically pretending to speak in Japanese while picking through snacks with his ex-girlfriend Liza. He also began pretending to read the packages, even at one point saying, "It's not racist, that's like the sounds I hear when they talk." After he makes the comment about how his actions are not racist, Koshy replies with, "No, it's not racist as long as I keep saying no." Then throughout 2 videos, she continues to say no every time Dobrik mocks speaking Japanese, which obviously doesn't stop it from coming off as racist, and he felt the full force of the internet on that one. Coming in number 8, H3H3. Ethan Klein from the H3H3 podcast has no bones about exposing YouTuber David Dobrik, and he has warned people about the problematic content creator before. Recently, he took to Twitter to call out David and his close friend Scotty Sire for trying to cover up Seth Francois' allegations. In a tweet warning people about David Dobrik, Ethan said, "I have a lot to say about the Scotty video. Right now, I just want to say that it's sad that David sent his most liked friend out to victim shame and threaten Seth. Disposable isn't just the name of his new app, it's also how he feels about his friends." Coming in number 7, Seth Francois. Continuing off our last point about Ethan Klein's role in the downfall of David Dobrik, I must also point out the episode of H3 After Dark where Seth revealed that David forced him to kiss 47-year-old Jason Nash. According to Seth, it was all done against his will and that the incident was the final straw. Following this, he immediately left the vlog squad and even permanently relocated to Atlanta. Seth went on to explain how this makeout prank transpired, saying, "It was a video where David set up with Jason Nash and Karina Kopp and said that I was supposed to do a makeout scene with Karina and he was going to have her in an old man mask and then switched her out with Jason Nash. After Jason pulled off his mask, I realized that I was just touched by someone I did not consent to." Now, what's terrible about this experience was that this isn't even the first time Seth tried to warn people about David's behavior. On June 2nd, 2020, he posted a video titled "Accountability to All Creators." In that video, he apologized for being part of problematic content that the vlog squad had filmed in the past, much of which was referring to him as simply being the vlog squad's token black friend. Coming in number 6, Scotty Sire. So after a number of weeks where none of the allegations were addressed by anyone in the vlog squad, Scotty decided to take a shot at Seth Francois, as Ethan mentioned earlier. After being immediately met with backlash though, he backtracked his comments and took aim at the vlog squad instead. In the apology that he posted on March 8th, Scotty said, "First of all, I would like to apologize to anyone who feels as though I disrespected or invalidated their story. That was never my intention and I mean that so sincerely. I let emotion get the better of me and I chose my approach and many of my words poorly. I chose to make the video and share my opinion. I expected it to be analyzed and picked apart, but I did not expect it to hurt so many people, and so I've made the decision to remove the video from my channel." Now, although David was not directly mentioned in this warning, it was an apology attempt after he defended David Dobrik's actions. Coming in number 5, Carlene Contro and Aaron Gilfoy. In addition to the multiple vlog squad members that are coming forward to speak their truth, we also had a warning from former members Carly and Aaron. In a nearly 3-minute video posted to their joint channel, the ladies clarify a number of things. First of all, they said that no one has told them not to speak about the allegations and that they just needed time to process the news. Carly goes on to say, "The article came out, we read it the same time as you guys, and I mean obviously we think it's disgusting what happened and none of that is okay." Aaron also adds that neither of them were present the night that Hannah said her assault by Dom took place. Now, unfortunately, despite calling out Dom, they neglected to name David and other members that were present that night. Aaron just wished for everyone involved to take accountability and continue to learn why their involvement with the situation had an effect on it. Coming in number 4, Natalie Noel. Following Carly and Aaron speaking out against the vlog squad, Natalie, who is David's assistant and close friend, also broke her silence. She posted to her Instagram story saying, "I spent a lot of time thinking about the recent allegations and because of the severity, it's taking me time to process. Like many of you, I'm upset and angry and do not condone the behavior detailed in the article or any misconduct for that matter. I want to make it clear that I acknowledge, hear, and support those who came forward, and I stand by the victims. And I mean, for his assistants to speak out on the matter, then you know for sure that they have not been told to stay quiet by anyone. I say that because I know that there was a rumor going around on Twitter that his people were protecting him. Again, without naming, you know who is at the helm of all of this debauchery. It's David Dobrik, and anyone reading through the lines on these several statements can see that. But don't take my word for it, I have several more examples coming up where David is expressly being called out. Coming at number 3, Nick Kiswani. Nick's allegation towards David and the Vlog Squad could be the real ace in the hole that took down David. While appearing on the H3H3 podcast, Nick shared that his time with the Vlog Squad severely damaged his mental health, and that in addition to this, he already suffered from a rare form of dwarfism that resulted in him becoming blind in his left eye. While he was with the Vlog Squad, Nick was repeatedly mocked for his height and his disabilities. He goes on to tell Ethan, "I felt worthless being in those videos. I was like, dude, why am I even like here? What's the point of my existence? Because I was just being treated like this punching bag." In addition to this, he also called the group as a whole toxic and very much like a cult, adding that he would often come home mentally drained from filming with them and constantly being stressed about how he was going to escape from this. Coming in number 2, Danielle Bregoli. Believe it or not, but even rapper Bad Baby has joined other influencers in calling out David Dobrik. In a quote tweet attached to a video posted by Ethan Klein, Danielle said, "I got my own story about these two creepy f***s and he owe me money." Yikes, this is one person that you do not want to owe money. Danielle also added some fuel to the cancellation of David Dobrik after Ethan Klein said, "David's MCN is trying to remove this clip from the internet. This is straight up sexual assault and he did it to him twice. Absolutely infuriating to hear him talk about it so joyously, knowing the trauma it caused Seth." Which does suggest that someone on David's team may be trying to bury some of the content that does make David look bad. Last but certainly not least, on our number 1 spot, Trisha Paytas. Perhaps one of David Dobrik's most vocal critics, Trisha Paytas, has been calling him out for a long time now, but unfortunately no one would listen. In defense of what happened to Seth, Trisha said, "I was really triggered by what Seth said because I've been dealing with this now for 2 years from David fans and just other people who love to deem me as crazy." Not too long after this, a video resurfaced where Trisha is clearly confronting both David and Jason Nash about the makeup prank with Seth. In the clip, you can hear her saying that Jason always threatens to leave her whenever she questions his content, and David is constantly gaslighting her, saying that being mad about the prank is just crazy. I mean, have a look for yourself.
She was upset that I was going to make out with Seth, and so I flipped out.
You being mad about the Seth.
Well, that's not true. I was here.
Being mad about the Seth makeout thing is crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy.
I said to you specifically, don't have a make out with guys, girls, moms. I don't care. Like,
what if he was in a movie and he had to do that?
it's not a movie. It's David's vlogs. Nobody.
The exposing of David Dobrik has not stopped whatsoever since our last video in this series. That's why I'm counting down part 2 of the top 10 influencers who warned us about David Dobrik. In at number 10, we have Gabby Hannah. Gabby Hannah was an original member of David's squad, but she abruptly left the group in 2017 and didn't really give a reason as to why. But recently she has posted some really shady tweets that many are thinking are about David. On March 24th, only a day after David's second apology was posted, she tweeted out, quote, "I'm about to get into some legal trouble and I'm gonna effing like it." Then a few days later, on March 28th, Gabby tweeted out, quote, "Lawyers calling me on a Saturday. Here we go." People speculated that this was Gabby talking about David and the Vlog Squad. Around this time, more clips from old vlogs were also coming out, mostly showing how badly other women in the vlogs were treated, like one compilation showing the group savagely making fun of Gabby's looks and her weight, proving how toxic the group was to women. In at number 9, PewDiePie. YouTube's king, PewDiePie apparently is not surprised by everything that's getting exposed about David Dobrik, and says that he always got a strange vibe off of David. After the story surrounding David and his squad went viral, Felix spoke about it on a live stream, where he said that he wasn't surprised, and he said previously that David would meet his downfall at some point, with Felix adding that he always got, quote, Logan Paul vibes from him. Felix added that he thinks that David will be fine and be able to come back at some point, but he was pretty happy that his vibes surrounding David were confirmed. In at number 8, Hardesty. YouTuber Hardesty was the first person to share her horrible encounter with Dirty Dom. They met at a VidCon after party in 2017, and while they were both at the party, stated that he was touching her and being very aggressive, all while she was fighting back and telling him to stop. After the incident, she posted a video exposing Dom to her channel, but she got tons of hate at the time, and nobody believed her story. Dom ended up making his own video addressing things, and after this, many people actually took his side, including David, who still had him in the vlogs for many years following the incident. In at number 7, Jeff Widdick. Jeff was the first member of the squad to come out somewhat against the group in order to prove his own innocence. Over the span of a week, Jeff made multiple videos about the situation. He He even went on the Frenemies podcast live to talk about it, where he was pretty badly roasted by Ethan and Trisha basically the whole time. This showed the world that he was willing to go against the group in order to save himself. Jeff has also been dealing with a terrible eye injury since last year, and he admitted in a recent video that he has difficulty seeing because he hurt his eye and face in a dumb accident. Many have speculated the accident happened while Jeff was doing a stunt for David's vlogs, and he's either protecting David by not talking about it, or David has told him not to talk about it because it would make him look bad. Either way, the fact that his friend got hurt in the stunt and David hasn't spoken about it at all is a little disheartening. And at number 6, Kopp. Kopp is another member of the squad that has been there since the beginning, but many old clips are resurfacing of Karina in the vlogs that just show how sexist David and the crew were towards her, with practically all of her appearances in the videos related to sexual skits, or the men talking about how many men that she slept with. She even got a tattoo which says, quote, David's vlogs on it, because she asked David for some money to pay rent, and he said he would give it to her only if she got this insane tattoo. And considering he made tons of money because of jokes at her expense, it's crazy that he wouldn't just be a good friend and give her the money that she needed after everything that really she has done for his videos. Because you have to remember, his friends are the ones that are basically the entire content of his videos. Halfway number 5, Jonah. A regular member of the squad is called Jonah, but not everyone knows that Jonah isn't actually his real name. His real name is Nick Antonian, but the nickname Jonah stuck in the vlogs after the squad started saying that he looked like Jonah Hill. And the fact that he isn't even addressed by his real name is a little but he's never said anything negative about it to my knowledge, so I mean it could be fine to him. He's also been in the vlogs a lot less over the years. Some fans speculate it's because he took Jeff Widdick's side after Jeff's accident. In at number 4, Ernst. Ernst is not only a former Vlog Squad member, but he was also one of David's best hometown friends that came out to LA with him to try and make it big. However, a few years into the success, Alex stopped appearing in the vlogs. David surprised Alex with a car in 2019, so it seems that they were still good friends. But Nick Kiswani, aka Big Neck, told another side of the story while he was on the H3 podcast. Apparently, Alex was subjected to a lot of bullying while he was with the group. Nick said that they mocked Alex behind his back and made comments about how Ernst would quote all of them because he just wanted to live a normal life off the internet. Alex was stereotyped this way because he's very religious and traditional. In at number 3, Scotty Sire. If you guys have been following all the drama, then you know Scotty Sire made a video about a month ago trying to defend David against his allegations from Seth. However, in the process, Scotty only made David and the rest of the squad look worse. One key factor was that in Scotty's video, David recorded himself reading old text messages from Seth, which clearly showed that David knew about the recent allegations but still decided not to address it. He instead asked Scotty to make the video and defend David and Jason, which showed that David had the power to make someone in the squad do his dirty work, and showed the power imbalance in the crew. In at number 2, Trisha Paytas. I know Johnny talked about Trisha in the last one, but she has just done so much exposing that it's hard to fit it all into one point. Trisha Paytas and Ethan Kline have been going after David and his group for months on their Frenemies podcast. After David uploaded his first apology, Trisha and Ethan exposed that David's lawyers tried to stop the Insider article from going through. Trisha also said that David tried to discredit her mental health and tried to get her statements in the article thrown out because she struggled with mental illness in the past. After David uploaded his second apology and addressed Trisha by name, Trisha went off on Twitter, poking holes in everything that he said. She also pointed out how he didn't make a sincere apology until he lost sponsors, which is honestly something that we all just shouldn't forget so easily. And finally, at number 1, David Dobrik himself. Honestly, after everything that I've seen online, David Dobrik did more to expose himself than really anyone else on this list. Specifically, his Views podcast seems to be where he was the most vocal about controversial stories from his past, and is really where people have gotten the most fuel for backlash against him. In uncovered clips from the podcast, David has made tons of insensitive jokes with his co-host Jason Nash. As well, old clips from vlogs are resurfacing, showing racist and homophobic jokes from him and his squad, as well as a lot of behavior that's just insanely inappropriate. And honestly, if we all would have just looked a little harder at his vlogs back in like 2016 to 2018, it was pretty clear that he was doing frat boy content for years.
This Vlog Squad scandal doesn't look like it's slowing down anytime soon. It seems as though every few days there's someone coming forward with new information or allegations, adding to the overflowing bowl of cancellation soup that these guys are sipping. Now that we're looking into these YouTubers' past with a new perspective, we can see who's tried raising the red flag before, so let's talk about the top 5 influencers who tried to warn us about Jason Nash. At number 5, Trisha Paytas. Trisha has been very outspoken about Jason and the Vlog Squad ever since her very intense, public, and drama-filled breakup with him. Trisha has made countless videos and Instagram posts calling them out for mistreating her, and really dug into Jason's part in their relationship and how toxic everything was while they were together. Though many people saw this as Trisha being Trisha, always trying to start drama, people are now coming to the realization that maybe she's been right all along. Trisha has always been the first to call them out on their actions, and now that this scandal has started to grow, Trisha's coming up with even more receipts. Recently on the H3 podcast, Trisha exposed Jason for trying to get in contact with her even though they haven't been together since 2019. She showed off some of her missed texts and calls from him, pointing out that he's trying to get in touch while he's facing backlash from the Vlog Squad scandal, as well as others involving Tana Mojo, which we will talk about later. Trisha wasn't afraid to also expose screenshots that she received from Jason's alleged girlfriend, showing that he was going to, quote, call his ex so this all stops. He didn't indicate which ex he was referring to, but after seeing Trisha's text, I think we know who he was calling. Trisha might be warning us about Jason's strategy to cover this scandal up. As of right now, he hasn't publicly spoken about this scandal, so maybe he's just trying to cover it up and get away from it, and since Trisha knows the most about him and clearly isn't afraid to expose him, maybe he's trying to make a mess with her in hopes that she won't say anything. But if we know Trisha, then we know that there's absolutely no chance of her not exposing him. Because of the scandal, Trisha is now relieved that David and the Vlog Squad are now being held accountable for their actions, and since Trisha has shared her story about how she was treated when affiliated with the Vlog Squad, she no longer feels alone and invalidated in her struggles with the YouTube group. Like I said, she's always been very vocal about how much she hates the Vlog Squad and how they all protect one another, so seeing them all fail, especially David and Jason, must be fun for her to watch. Before I carry on with the list, I'd like to ask you guys to consider leaving a like on this video if you are enjoying it so far, and also head on over to my gaming channel Viper Girl to watch some gaming content if you're into that sort of thing. At number 4, Seth Francois. Former Vlog Squad member Seth Francois is the one who started this whole controversy when he accused David Dobrik and Jason Nash of him for a prank. David was known for doing a lot of prank videos back in the day, but clearly one of them went too far. In one of David's prank vlogs from 2017, David told Seth that he was going to be kissed by fellow Vlog Squad member Kurnikov for a bit. Because he assumed that he was really going to kiss Karina, he agreed to the bit, but at the last minute, Karina was switched out for Jason, and that's who Seth ended up kissing. Seth was not okay with this prank because he didn't consent to that kind of physical contact with Jason, and the whole situation made him feel very uneasy. He kept this to himself for a long time before coming forward to talk about it. Seth said that this was a and that he was traumatized from this prank. When speaking out about Jason and David, Seth recalled that soon after this prank, they started distancing themselves from him, and that after he started thinking about this prank as, quote, criminal activity, it helped him realize that, quote, they're hiding from me because they can't have the world know that the big secret within the Vlog Squad is probably my abuse, end quote. Seth also says that he feels as though they've, quote, profited off his trauma, but also says that this prank isn't the only thing that he demands accountability for. In August 2020, he spoke with Insider about the Vlog Squad's past racist jokes and skits and asked them to take accountability for their actions. Seth tried to warn us about the Vlog Squad's habits before this scandal blew up, maybe to prepare our perceptions of the Vlog Squad, so that once allegations like his started to come forward, they would be taken more seriously, since before then, these YouTube friends have been pretty scandal-free for the most part. At number 3, Ethan Kline. Over the last few weeks, as this Vlog Squad controversy has been unfolding, it seems as though much of the information that we've received come from Ethan Kline and the H3 podcast. Ethan has featured Trisha, Seth, and Big Nick, and these three people have been the biggest catalyst in blowing this scandal up. Because of them, David and the Vlog Squad have been hit hard with backlash, and they've lost credibility and sponsorships as well. Because Ethan's podcast seems to be the place to go to reveal your truths about the Vlog Squad, it could be said that Ethan has tried warning us about them. The first big story to come out was the one about Jason and Seth, as he gave Seth a platform to share his traumatic story and bring some light to some of their actions, to warn us about Jason and David specifically. Ethan, by proxy, also warned us about them. Since being the platform to be the first to report on this whole scandal, Ethan has also thrown in his own takes on the situation, even going so far as to accuse the squad of making light of Seth's situation. I think that because he's been connected to Trisha for so long and has heard her talk at length about the horrible things that Jason and the Vlog Squad did to her and other people while they were still together, that Ethan has a sense of who Jason really is and is probably using his platform to not only let people speak their truths, but also subtly back up Trisha on everything she's been saying about the squad for years. Ethan is sort of like a background character in this whole scandal, but he's doing a lot to move it forward. Do you guys think so too? Let me know down in the comments. At number 2, Big Nick. Former Vlog Squad member Nick Kiswani, aka Big Nick, Nick hopped on an interview with Ethan and Gila Klein from H3H3 Productions and to open up about why he is no longer part of the Vlog Squad. Much like the rest of the Vlog Squad, Nick originally came to fame on Vine and was actually more popular than David and Jason for a while. Like a lot of Viners at the time, he made the jump to YouTube and stuck by his fellow Viners as he started making content with the Vlog Squad. Things were going pretty well as the squad members were able to boost each other up on this platform, but soon Nick started getting bullied by his friends, as much of it was for vlog content. Because Nick was born with dwarfism, squad members would often make jokes about his height, and he became the butt of many of the jokes in their videos. Nick said that things got so bad for him that it eventually got to the point where hanging out with David and the rest of the Vlog Squad became detrimental to his mental health. He said that because of the quote, cruelty of his friend group's behavior, that this prompted him to leave the group. Much like Seth, who also had his grievances with the Vlog Squad, he stayed silent on the matter and didn't come forward about things until Seth spoke his truth and inspired him to come forward. Nick has now gone on to call the Vlog Squad a cult, saying that their toxic culture left him feeling drained after a day of filming. He also gave insight into how the group's gossip and quote, superiority complex also fueled the group's toxicity. Nick really exposed them for their toxic environment, saying that this wasn't a good place for him to be, especially because it affected his mental health so much. Bullying also seemed to be an ongoing thing in the group, as Nick revealed that he wasn't the only one being bullied in the friend group and that other members have also faced torment, as many Vlog Squad members talk badly behind each other's backs. Nick opened a lot of people's eyes as to what things are like in the YouTube friend group, going on to say, quote, just because you're popular doesn't mean you're a good person, end quote. Because of everything Nick has revealed about the Vlog Squad, he didn't just warn us about Jason, but also every member of the Vlog Squad, as he accused them of perpetrating and fueling the toxicity in their friendship. Now that we know all of this, maybe fans should be calling on other members of the Vlog Squad to apologize and take accountability. And finally, number 1, Tana Mojo. One person who's pretty much stayed out of this scandal is Tana Mojo. Though she is certainly no stranger to controversy, she's been pretty quiet about this Vlog Squad drama, even though she's collaborated with them in the past. Though she hasn't been as outspoken as others have been, she has subtly thrown some shade at Jason Nash and called him out for the time he kissed her in a vlog when she was younger. Because of this drama, a video resurfaced of a then 43-year-old Jason kissing a then 19-year-old Tana, showing Tana in a very uncomfortable situation. Because of this, Tana tweeted saying, quote, to all the famous / successful old guys who dated or got at me when I was 17, 18, 19, or 20, you're effing weird. I see that ish now too with these young TikTok girls. Guys are weird if there's a 10-year age gap and he just understands you or something is wrong with his brain. Tana didn't mention Jason by name in this tweet, but a lot of people have assumed that this is partially about Jason, judging by how this old video has resurfaced and because Jason's character is being questioned now as a result of his controversy. It might also hint at the fact that there is speculation that he is dating a 19-year-old OnlyFans influencer. Tana is warning people about Jason and other people like Jason who get into these sort of entanglements with young influencers, so even if she didn't send out this tweet with Jason in mind, it still applies and still warrants some thought into how these people are really acting behind the scenes.
Gabby Hannah is on a warpath, and she's made it her mission to share her side of every single feud that she's been a part of. Her series called Confessions of a Washed Up YouTube Has-Been is touching on her feuds with Trisha Paytas, her time on Escape the Night, and clapping back at the drama channels that have exposed her. But even though she's tried to get public support back on her side, it hasn't worked, and even more influencers have come out against her. That's why today on I.O. we're going to be talking about the influencers that have tried to warn us about Gabby Hannah. In at number 5, Trisha Paytas. Trisha and Gabby have a long and complicated history that seems to only be getting worse with time. The two were actually very friendly until they got into a fight, and Trisha decided to make a video in 2019 called Why I Don't Trust Gabby Hannah. In the video, Trisha discussed many things about Hannah that they didn't like. The thing that ended up breaking their relationship was that Gabby told Trisha's boyfriend at the time, Jason Nash, that Trish might have an incurable STD. Trish responded in that video that they are completely clean and they didn't have that STD. They also came after Gabby for spreading a nasty rumor about Trisha when Gabby wasn't even a good enough friend with Trisha to talk about such things. Around the same time, Trisha started to be very vocal about Gabby's handling of the situation involving Jessie Smiles, where it was alleged that Gabby took Jessie's ex-boyfriend Curtis Lepore's side in their split, even though Lepore Jessie. But we're going to talk more about that in my next point. The two were on very terrible terms until earlier this year in February of 2021 when the pair actually did a podcast together. The point of the collaboration was to discuss their issues and get to the bottom of what happened between them, because at that point their stories were very different. They left the podcast being on better terms, but considering that Trisha didn't agree with what happened between them, it seems that Gabby didn't get the closure that she was looking for. It didn't take long for the pair to start feuding again, and Trisha brought up on multiple occasions that they were genuinely afraid of Gabby and actually felt terrorized by her. Gabby recently made even more videos on Trisha trying to expose them. Gabby did end up proving that the pair definitely had a friendship in the past that Trisha did lie about. However, with all the other things that have been uncovered about Gabby, nobody really cares. And at number 4, Joey Graceffa. After Gabby made a video on her channel called Escape the Nightmare, Joey Graceffa, the creator of Escape the Night, shared his side of the story. In the video, Gabby trashed the show and the creators along with Joey. But Joey set the record straight about what actually happened. Firstly, he admitted at one point him and Gabby were really good friends, but they stopped being friends after she was a total nightmare while filming the show. One point of contention was about the food that Gabby was served well on set. She apparently threw a fit over the fact that the crew didn't give her food that met her dietary restrictions. However, Joey exposed that she didn't even bother to fill out the form for the meals beforehand, so they had no idea that she had these strict dietary restrictions. However, Danielle Preda ended up going to the store to get her food, which she never even ate, after throwing such a fit about it. The next issue was with the wardrobe. Apparently, Gabby was angry when her costume didn't fit her, but Joey revealed that it was because she didn't show up for the fittings, even though their costume designer went out of the way to try and work around Gabby's schedule. The last issue was that for the third shoot day, Gabby completely refused to show up on time. It was so bad that Joey actually had to contact her management. Her management apologized and said that they were in the process of dropping her because of this behavior. Because of all the issues going on with Gabby, Joey actually decided to kill her off the show early so she wouldn't ruin the rest of the filming. And at number 3, drama channels. During Gabby's feuds with Trisha Paytas and Jessie Smiles, she decided to go after the drama channels that were covering all of the madness. Gabby specifically went after Angelica Oles because Gabby felt that she was the most critical of her. Gabby is now doing a sort of series about her cancellation, and in the video about drama channels, she talks about how the channels kept bringing up a mistake of Gabby's and disrespected the victim every time that it was brought up. I don't want to get into all the details, but Gabby made a video and included a picture of a girl that had passed away, along with an article discussing what happened. But at the time, Gabby didn't realize it, and she later apologized for the genuine mistake. After that point, drama channels didn't bring up that specific incident ever again because the girl's mother publicly said that they didn't want anyone to talk about it. However, Gabby accused the drama channels, specifically Angelica, of still talking about it after the fact. Recently, Angelica made a video breaking down the entire timeline of events and confirming that she did not speak of the girl after her mother said not to. Angelica also explained that when drama channels criticized Gabby, they generally just talked about her feuds with Trisha and Jessie, not about this incident. Basically exposing Gabby for lying and proving that Gabby made up this whole story just to take some of the heat off her for her other problematic things that she's done. Angelica also exposed that Gabby told one channel, Ready to Glare, to make a public apology because that's what the family wanted, even though the mother recently revealed that she never even asked for that. And at number 2, Rosanna Pansino. Rosanna Pansino was actually the first creator from Escape the Night to speak out against Gabby after she released her docuseries calling out many people that worked on the show. Rosanna posted a long note to Twitter where she points out all the things that Gabby did to make the set a complete nightmare. Rosanna said that she doesn't like getting involved in drama, but she needed to share the truth about what actually happened. She reiterated a lot of the things that Joey Graceffa said in his video. That Gabby didn't show up to the wardrobe fittings, she didn't fill out the dietary restrictions card before coming to set, and that Danielle Preda ended up leaving set just to get her food that met her restrictions. Something else Rosanna brought up was that during a press day, Gabby yelled at one of the PAs and called her a dumb C word because the person gave her an updated set time that was 10 minutes different than the one they originally gave her. Rosanna ended off the note saying that Gabby was the quote most difficult, mean, and selfish person that she'd ever met on set. And since Rosanna is known for being unproblematic and well liked by everyone, people trusted her word. And finally at number 1, Jessie Smiles. The drama between Gabby and Jessie is definitely the most complicated. Jessie and Gabby used to be best friends when they were both getting popular on Vine, but they had a falling out and stopped being friends. Around the same time, Jessie was SA'd by her ex-boyfriend, Curtis Lepore, who was also a large creator on Vine. Jessie ended up taking him to court and won. However, during the time when the authorities were trying to get to the truth, Gabby seemed to tweet out in support of Curtis and against Jessie. Gabby also allegedly collaborated with Curtis after Jessie's allegations became public. All of this turned the public entirely against Gabby. However, Gabby vehemently denied all of this for years and claimed that she never spoke with Curtis after the allegations. Gabby also says that she never publicly defended him. After years of back and forth over what happened, it's become clear that Gabby definitely tweeted that she didn't fully believe the allegations when Jessie came out with them. She even revealed this in a private phone call that Jessie leaked online. In the call, Gabby spoke about a friend that she knew that was accused of SA and it ruined his life. However, it was later revealed that the person that accused him lied. So Gabby basically paralleled this situation to the one with Curtis and Jessie and admitted that at first she didn't fully believe Jessie. However, she still says that she didn't support Curtis. For the last few years, all that Jessie's wanted is for Gabby to admit that she was wrong and actually apologize for what she said. But Gabby just keeps denying that she did anything wrong.